Okay, we are live. Here we go. Well,
It didn't play the music at all, but that's okay.
it didn't play it.
No,
One
all it showed was
minute.
all I did was hit it a minute ago, played it. It worked fine through mine,
Yeah,
but
I took it off and played it. I
ah,
took my headset off and played it.
mhm.
So this is going weird, but that's all right. Okay, let me get back here. And here we are.
We did it. We
We
did
did
it.
it.
Yay.
I'm so sorry. Oh
It's
my
okay. Hey,
goodness.
we're just learning how to run this new network. So hey, we'll get to it.
Yes, we'll figure this thing out.
Yeah.
So, how you doing?
I am feeling so much better. COVID kicked my ass last week and part of this week. And my great sister sent me some nice little things that makes me feel better. And they're what do they call it? What's the term for it for the
It's
medicine?
holistic. It's
Holistic.
all
Thank you.
natural. Yeah.
All natural. And I tell you, anybody that has a flu or cold symptoms or even COVID, go buy you some of this stuff. It is worth every penny you pay for it. And it actually tastes like candy. So, and it's pretty cool. You just put the little tube, put it under your tongue,
Yep.
let it
In your
dissolve,
tongue.
and just sit there and watch TV or do what you do and let it melt. And it does. It tastes like candy. It's really good. And then she got me um, some gummies that are pretty good too for immune health
That's
that help you
right.
with the immunity.
Yeah.
And it's got all the good stuff in it.
It does. It's got echinacea golden seal, zinc, vitamin C, elderberry. It's just got a lot of really great stuff, and the fact that it is all natural and your body just, it's really great to,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And I can tell y'all, I didn't get the stuff till Monday, and I felt like total dog doo doo.
Hmm.
My head, I felt like I had a big ass water head. My chest feels
Hmm.
like I was sitting being sat on by an elephant inside and out.
Yeah.
My muscles just ached. I felt like I was fixing to have um, muscle spasms. and every limb and part of my body. That's how bad it hurt. Then I took that stuff that Lee sent me, and then within about an hour, that stuff started working.
Since I couldn't get our audio to play for our disclaimer, I've got it at the bottom of the ticker tape there. So basically, this information on all of our shows um, basically is provided on an as is basis with no guarantee. The information is proprietary to the people that are doing their shows. And All Access Network assumes no responsibility or liability for any errors or omissions. And we are working on our site right now. It is
Yeah.
Leitreanna.com. I decided to go away from Family Spirit International because it was just so darn long, but Leitreanna is no better. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, well.
Just we'll just have to call it the alphabet website from now on
That's it.
with all the
Look
letters we
what I
got.
got for my birthday. See?
Oh, oh, that is beautiful.
The Countess. And look, there's Elvira and
Vira.
Morticia.
Okay, I'm
Look,
jealous.
Morticia and what's the other one's name? She's Lily
Lily,
Munster.
Lily Munster.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm jealous. That is like four of the coolest horror women ever.
Yeah, I love these horror women. They're gorgeous.
No,
I
it's
think
like,
it suits me.
oh, boy, does it ever. Yeah, Morticia.
Morticia.
Oh my God.
So, welcome to the new Family Spirit International with Leitreanna and Blaine Rohan. We will have some guest co-hosts and people that will help us and with the chat rooms.
Yeah.
So, please spread the word that we are alive and well, and we are doing our thing, Butterbean.
Yes, we are, and it's kicking ass. And I'm so glad this is the first week I've actually got to be on our own network.
I
Because
know you had a
one
lot
week,
go on.
oh, I was traveling one week, then I got the vid, and I still like to take China, that little Wuhan place, and just blow it to smithereens, but they won't let me do that. As
No,
it
they
wasn't for them,
won't.
if it wasn't for them, none of us had this COVID mess.
I know. Well, somebody paid them to do what they were doing, so,
Oh, well, yeah, that goes deep
it
in
depends on how
itself.
far down the rabbit hole you wanna go.
Yeah, we can go down that rabbit hole if you want
We
to,
just
but
go right on
I
down.
mean, well, this is some stuff that I heard and read this week that that Anthony Fauci, who was the
Yeah.
doofus guy for the whole COVID thing, he owned a huge stake in this company in Colorado that tests diseases,
Oh
and
my
they were using
god.
Egyptian fruit bats to test them with, and it is believed that he had sent some of the stuff over to Wuhan where they could test it on the Chinese bats. Now, that's you want to go down the rabbit hole. That's going down a rabbit hole,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't surprise me one bit. Um, I think it was all a big. I think it's all the big cabal um, that wants, and there's some of the people in the cabal that want population reduction. And I think that's what they were doing. They're trying to kill off a lot of us so it
Oh,
reduces the
yeah.
population.
Absolutely.
Mm, mm, mm.
Well, don't even get me started, and
Yeah,
we could
no.
go right on down the road and talk about the Georgia Guidestones and stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. And
My dear friend Mo Sargi was actually just going through there, and he called me and I said, "You have got to look what's going on." And I told him, he said, "I'm going by there. I'm going by there." And I was like, "No, don't go by." And he did, and he
oh
got chased, and wow, it was
Lord,
pretty crazy. I do want everybody to know that Blaine, Matthew, and myself, and loads of other people are getting ready for the Deep South Para Comic Con, which is September 14th, 15th, and 16th. Deep South Para Comic Con, a portal to your imagination. It's going to be fantastic. And
yeah,
if
you
you would like
you guys
to,
don't want to miss this at all.
yeah, it's amazing.
Go ahead, Lee.
This is an amazing, let me tell you what's going I'm looking at this, so I'm gonna just throw it out there. Um, I'm looking at videos that they have put together of you and me. I'm trying to download it.
Right
Um,
on.
right now, I she did give me access to to be able to get to this stuff, but I still can't get to the stuff. So I'm gonna have to call
Gotcha.
Teresa and be like, "Yo, I need some
No doubt.
help."
No doubt.
Yeah, so I'm trying to download yours right now, and I'll pop it up. So, but I will say that we've got Michael Fox, Destiny Fox, Jeremy Leonard. Now, these are the paranormal folks, okay?
Hmm.
And Jeremy Leonard is of 28 Days Haunted and Ghosts of Shepherdstown.
Goes to
We've
Morgan
got,
City.
yeah, that.
You don't get him confused with that one because that cast on that one is not happy that they changed the name and put Jeremy in there to begin with. So yeah, we're not going to
Yeah,
start that
that's
fight
true.
today.
No, we're not gonna go down that one.
Nope,
That's a different fight. Here, let's
that's a
see
whole
if
different
I
fight.
can get this loaded up for you, while I'm downloading the rest of it. And this is what I'm going to Saturday. It's the historic Fitzpatrick Hotel, July the 12th and 13th. This is in Washington, Georgia. It's only about an hour and 10 minutes from where I live in Greenwood, South Carolina. And Patrick Welsh of Savannah Supernatural, I think that's the name of his group, but he's over a tour group and they are going all through the Southeast doing paracons. And so he's of Savannah, and Marjorie Linnell is an author, and she also has Ghost Tours, and she's the CEO of Hourglass Tours. The two of them are working together. Marjorie was the person that organized the Belmont in Abbeville. They had an event there, so this is their second. And Patrick invited myself and Flip Searles, and I can't see the person on the bottom there, but then Margie has Rex Nielsen and Kyle
That's Kyle Cobb.
Cobb.
Yeah,
Yes, and so those guys, I don't know them yet, but I understand that they are wonderful speakers, and I am speaking. And these guys, Patrick and Margie, and I'll have my books there. I'll be doing readings. It's going to be a lot of fun. So today is Thursday. No, it's not. It's Wednesday. So
Wednesday.
this is happening Friday and Saturday. So that's right here. You know,
Yeah,
this
it is.
one is the Deep South Paracomicon. This is the poster that they made for me. This one. And I'm looking for the
That's so
other
cute.
one. Thank you. I thought they did a great job with it. And I've got another one here. Hold on, let me get
They
it.
always do.
They do. They're really doing an incredible job this year with their promotions. Our videos I'll be uploading, so the next show you'll see those. So the Deep South Paracomicon includes horror this year. Is September 14th and 15th at the Ozark, Alabama Civic Center, and that's in Ozark, Alabama. There's the address. There's a QR code for your convenience. You can click on that and you can get tickets right away. There will be a horror house, a area just for comic books and horror comic books, and then the paranormal. Blaine will be speaking, and Jeremy Leonard, myself, William Perry, who is an actor and stuntman. Gosh, there's so many things going on with this event.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be, we've been to the last two they've had, and it's been phenomenal.
Yes,
And guys, you don't want to miss this one because we have a blast when we're there. Come by and see us. Hell, we'll sign autographs for you. We'll take pictures with you. Whatever you want. We'll do readings for you. We're teaching classes and just come in,
yes.
just come in and, say hi to us because we love to see the fans. And, if we wasn't for our fans that came to these things, we wouldn't be nothing. So we appreciate everybody that comes by our table. And we joke around with everybody, so you'll feel right at home with us crazy people. So
Well, I do want to say I'm really looking forward to meeting William R. Perry. He's an
yeah, me too.
actor. He's known for Predator 2, The People Under the Stairs, The Lost Boys, and Nightmare on Elm Street 4.
Nice.
He actually was a body double and stuntman for Freddy Krueger. Yeah.
Wow.
And he
That's
was the Predator in Predator 2.
that's
So,
badass.
yeah, this guy's insane, man. He's insane, but he's also an author, not just an actor. There's going to be a lot of people going to meet him. It's going to be fantastic. Um, let's see. Also, American Demon. There's a young man that is an author and writer an artist, and he's actually created American Demon, and he's selling well. He's a local author.
Right
The
on.
Ghostbusters, Ben Bracken, and New Wave Championship Wrestling champion. He portrays one of the Ghostbusters and travels to do um, fundraisers for
Yeah,
children's hospitals and things like
he
that.
is an awesome person. We've met him before. They're from the Alabama Ghostbusters. I've met them. Lee's met them. They're just down to earth people, but he can answer just about any question you have on Ghostbusters. He loves that, and I think it's so cool.
He's a great guy, and let me tell you, he's a big dude.
Yeah, he big dude.
Him a big dude.
I'm a
I'm
big
gonna
dude, but him is a big dude.
him a big dude. And, he does love Ghostbusters. He can answer any of those questions. I'm gonna download some of these real quick because I really feel like we need to, show some of these, showcase some of these other people that will be
Yes,
there. Teresa and Stan asked us to do that, and so I am going to do that. There's mine. Jess Elliott, who is a wonderful author.
yes, she is.
She's also the president of the American Writers Guild of South Carolina. So, yeah, she's amazing.
That she
And
is.
she will be there. Oh, I've got some pictures. We've got the
Right on.
stormtroopers coming back and some of the Walking Dead, um, some of the Walking Dead walkers. Okay, here's my poster. I'm looking for yours still. I'm teaching science of the spirit world. So I'll be talking about how science is a part of the paranormal now. There's a lot
Well,
of things that people don't understand, and about how science is actually a part of the supernatural. And there's a lot of people, such as physicists, that have actually been able to prove different dimensions and such as that. So there's a lot of things that, you
sure.
know,
Well, it makes so much sense, Lee, because okay, energy and science go together because the science of all this stuff is energy. Oh God, look at that handsome young fella.
who's that man? Who's that
Who
man?
that?
Oh, that who that? That is Blaine Rohan, and he will be speaking. He will be talking about psychic kids, and just some information. I'm completely sold out of our book. So you think your kid is psychic? So I
Yeah,
just had to
nice.
place another order. If you want some, Blaine, please contact our publisher.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to get us some, get me some, and we need to get our other book out too, so it'll be available. Our Sacred Journey, which is a heartfelt for me, Lee, and Matt.
Yes, it is.
Um, we talk about our different adventures of being in this field and stuff that's happened to us and some of the great stuff that's happened to us. Like I think Lee and Matt are writing the last 3 chapters called the Cemetery Club, and you guys are
Yes,
going to
we are.
enjoy that. You're going to enjoy it because there's a lot of funny stuff in there. There's a lot of stuff in there that's pretty cool, and we can't wait for everybody to read it. And it's going to be a blast. I promise you.
Yes, it is.
And
I want to show some of the workshops that we're going to be doing too. Okay. And here's Matt, my husband, teaching a workshop.
look
Very
at that handsome
excited.
man.
Yeah. And we're doing a ghost hunt here. So if you are interested in participating, this would be a great opportunity. There's going to be something for everyone
Oh
at
yeah.
the Deep South Paracomic Con.
Yep. They're gonna have some of the best food vendors. They've had great food every time we've been. Um, go see them, support the local tables that are there as vendors. You'll
Yes.
find a lot of cool stuff because a lot of stuff like we're going to be bringing some stuff down that that I don't know how many Lee of how many the sacred dowsings that
I
we
got
still have
about
left.
20 of those.
Okay, those will be coming down. I'm thinking about making us some more of them. Uh, Sitting around making a few more to bring down with us. But
That'll
yeah,
be fun.
yeah, and we're going to teach a whole bunch of cool stuff.
Oh
And
God, yeah. Matt's teaching vintage ghost hunting.
Nice.
And he's actually outselling us right now, Blaine. So everybody watching, please go to the Deep South Para Comic Con website, and you know who just walked up, right?
It's the
And your
Luna
son,
Tuna.
yes,
Hello,
she knows
baby
that. She
girl.
knows Uncle Blaine is in on the TV. So
Hi
you
there,
want me to
baby.
get him out, baby? You want me to get him out of the TV?
So where's my Uncle Blaine? He gonna come
Yeah.
sit with me again? Where's my Blaine at? I love that
She's
child.
such a monkey. She is such a monkey.
Her's a
And
monkey.
she's a good girl. She's definitely not the typical dog, and neither is Ginger. Ginger's a better investigator than most investigators
Oh
I
my
know.
God. I could tell you that for a fact when we were on the North Carolina, she was alert to everything on that
Yep.
boat that she could go to.
She had spirits actually interacting with her, ones that
Hmm.
usually don't talk to anybody. And this is what we look like going down the road. Yep,
Oh,
she was. Oh, the girls are kissing now. Here's Ginger.
hello, mother, baby girl. Hi, Jin Jin.
She's so
Hi,
little, she's
baby.
blending away.
Oh, poor little thing. I love that dog too.
She's such a good girl. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. You got there we go.
She's
There
getting
we
all
go.
ruffled over there.
Yes. All right,
But
let's
yeah, you
see.
guys go to the website, the
Deep South
www.deepsouthparacomicon.com,
Para Comic Con. Yeah.
and it's
.com.
.com, and it's such a cool website. They got one of the best videos I've seen of me that they put together from the show that I did on the Science Channel called Mission
Yes.
Unexplained.
And they
And I'm
did
like,
the same for Matt.
I
And
know.
I really love it. I think it looks fantastic. Okay, so let me show you this guy. It's loading. Okay, this is the guy I was talking about that is a wrestler that's also a Ghostbuster. There he is.
Oh, right
Big
on.
Ben.
Big Ben.
Big Ben.
That dude looks like a
And
wrestler.
he does. You can tell it. And he's going to be great to talk to. You can't fool him with any kind of Ghostbuster. Uh, you know, there we go. And there's American Demon. And he is an
Oh,
author and an illustrator. He does all of his own work.
oh, I like
Amazing
that.
young man.
I like the way he's got himself dressed up. That looks badass.
I thought so too. So that's what we've got going with the Deep South Para Comic Con.
Yeah, and you guys,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you will not regret buying a ticket to go there because
Mm-mm.
you get to network with so many people there and make new friends and go home and you're feeling happy about yourself because you had a great time while you were there. Um, like I said,
Absolutely.
please come. We'd love to see you guys, and I'm telling you, it's worth every penny you pay to come in there.
Well, it's extremely reasonable. I mean,
Yeah, it is
it's
actually.
not very expensive to come.
Mm-mm.
And the workshops are only $15 a piece, and they last up to 30 minutes each. Now, tell me how precious is that? That
That is
sweet little
adorable.
princess talking to a bunch of stormtroopers. And look, you see, was it Sonya?
Sonya,
Yep,
yeah,
she's from The Walking Dead. You see her
yep.
poster there.
That was my two little friends, her and her little sister.
Oh
Oh my
yeah,
God. I saw them the first time they were sitting with their grandmother.
I
And
know.
I just walked up and goes, those little girls are so cute in their little dresses.
Oh
I said,
God, they were.
and it's like, can I give them something? She said, sure. What are you going to give them? Hold on. I'll be right back. And I went and got two of my blessed stones. And I gave each one their
Oh,
stone. And they still have the stones.
do they?
They do. Yep. They love them. They're just little sweethearts just to meet them. Hi, Jess.
That's my sweet Jess Elliott. I just love her. She's a great friend
Yes,
and
she
a
is.
wonderful author. And Blaine and I were gifted her newest book at
Yeah.
North Carolina ship at Wilmington there. So I haven't started reading it yet, but I am so ready. Also, Blaine's going to be helping me with this. I've got profiler Thomas Gormley lined up first. This is the first one, which will be August the 7th. at 7 o'clock, excuse me, to 8:30. It will be online and in person at Piedmont Technical College, Friday Fright Night. There is a
Yeah.
possibility that the Friday Fright Night might end up being Monday Murder. We don't know yet, but
Oh,
quite possibly. So, but we'll be talking about serial killers, cults, and other infamous shenanigans.
yeah, some of my favorite stuff to talk about. Me and Thomas can get lost in conversation talking about serial killers.
Absolutely. And we've got a couple of psychiatrists and educational psychologists that talks about the psyche of the brain and what happens at childhood that may have created these people. And if you hear snoring, that is the dog.
You know, this is
Luna's
this is cool.
snoring.
I want to give a shout out to uh, the host of let me get my speech right, of Japan Paranormal had me on their show last Friday, and
I know.
Irene and her co-hosts were just so sweet and so cool. I was honored and privileged to say that I did a show in Japan. It was what's amazing for us is like this is so cool, and I actually made another person that I'm going to mentor with her psychic ability. So that's a win-win for me. I got to be on the show in Japan. Spooky Japan's the name of the show. You guys go check them out. The ladies are just wonderful. I mean, there's beautiful, beautiful souls, and I had a blast with them.
Yes, you did.
So go check them out too, because we want to, you know, our friends that have us on, we're gonna have them back on too. Because I told the ladies we would love to have them do a show with us as
Oh, yes,
well,
for sure.
and we love it because we get to interact with people that not normally are in our paranormal field in
Yeah,
the States. And
I know.
it's so cool to have somebody from another country that's into the paranormal like we are. And it's funny because a lot of things are similar for them in Japan, like they are for us being in the Southeast about doing what we do. It's like very taboo over there to believe in ghosts or see ghosts and stuff like that, like it here is in the Southeast. So I thought that was pretty cool that, I thought that we were the only place in the world, that had the Bible Belt. But no, Japan has a lot of a lot of Catholics there that I did not realize that they had.
Really, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Um, they have a lot of people that worship in the Shinto at the
Yeah, I knew
temples.
that.
But
Yep,
that was amazing to me. I didn't know that there were that many Catholics in Japan, but there are quite a few. But yeah, that was pretty interesting. I got to hang out with those nice ladies and had a blast. And like I said, go check their show out. It's very awesome. They're very knowledgeable, but they're willing to learn stuff too. So yeah,
that's great.
y'all please subscribe and hit the like button on these. We'd appreciate it.
So
But
I'm
yeah,
going
like
to show you some more pictures from
show
the
me.
Paracon because what I like the most about the Paracon, okay, is that everybody gets along well. Everybody has a great time. There's something for everybody to do. Everybody's working hard. The prices are right. There's nothing super expensive about any of it. And I do think some areas of the world that have paranormal conferences, they just go crazy about how much things cost,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it's not so with these people. Very down to earth. Okay, people, very down to earth people. So this is a booth in the comic book conference section. Here, let me take that banner down so that you can see it a little better. Get rid of that one.
Yeah, I remember that table. They had a bunch of good stuff.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take that one. Now you can see it. Okay, so there's posters of all kinds. Um, obviously this is one of the comic book side. Okay, here's another lady, and she's got all her little figurines, and a lot of these are printed,
Yeah.
3D printed, and they do all of the 3D printing themselves. These are crafts. These are handcrafted. You're not going to Walmart,
No. No.
and getting mass made things that who knows it's going to benefit. These people are,
Yeah. I
this
did.
here's how big the
Oh
building
wow.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that's a great picture.
yeah. That last lady you had, Lee. I did a reading for her at her table for her.
Oh, did
Yeah, I
you?
sure did.
Oh my gosh. I bet she was happy.
She was ecstatic, and I got to do it with her daughter. She introduced me to her daughter, and I did a reading for her daughter. And her daughter looked at me like, how do you know this stuff? I said, spirits are telling me. Well, you shouldn't. They should know that. They should know that. How did you know that? Because they know that.
Bless them. Folks get so
Look how big that is.
confused.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Mhm. Isn't it nice? Here is director of the event. I don't have one of Teresa yet.
And stand them
That's
in.
Stan. Yeah, he's actually lost a lot of weight since
Yeah,
then.
good
He's
people
looking
right there.
fantastic.
Yeah, he
He
is.
looked great before, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. He looked fantastic, but, I love seeing him getting healthy. When we
Mm-hmm.
did that investigation on the, um, USS, Battleship North Carolina, they had a lot of "There's me," and you see
That's
right
you.
there in the front, you see the little, book on the left that's baby blue, so you think your kid is psychic. I wrote it along with Blaine and mom, and, so it was me and my husband, Blaine, and my mom. And, so it's really a workbook for people
Yeah.
who suspect that their children may be psychic. And there's lots of different types of psychic ability. I don't want you guys to get, you know, confused about that. I want you to
No.
understand that they change and psychic abilities, sometimes you have them, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you've got a lot of it. It depends on your mental state and also I feel like where you are spiritually in the moment as to what you're going to pick up. Sometimes
Yep.
it's just not meant for you to have the information. So we talk a bit about that. And sometimes you have more than one type of psychic ability happening at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You might be seeing something and then all of a sudden you can hear it. And here's the thing, you can hear something and the person standing beside you may not hear it, but that doesn't mean that you did not hear it. It may be
Exactly.
it may be that that person wasn't meant to hear it. So
Yep.
there's a lot of
Oh
we'll be
yeah.
talking about a lot of that. Okay,
Oh
I
yeah.
do want to throw this up here. Sorry it's so big so you can't see us anymore, but this is the Holistic Healing Festival, transforming lives through holistic wellness. And this is a type of thing that what Blaine was talking about here. He had COVID, and I knew of some holistic medicines that could help him. So Matthew and I are asking people to save the date. This is a short little event. Probably will be at Piedmont Technical College, but I have not gotten the details worked up for that. But that's in Greenwood, South Carolina, September the 28th from 1 to 5. And we will have workshops at these. We've got a sound healer and she brings the singing bowls, and the
Nice.
different tones of these sounds are interdimensional and bring healing.
Oh yes, they.
And we will have Reiki practitioners, massage therapists, people that do acupuncture, and they do what's it called when you have your feet done? It's called
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure points in your feet that
yeah,
are
pressure
very.
points in the feet. That's
Yeah.
it. We'll go with that. And so we'll be talking about that. We'll have holistic medicines, salves, tinctures, all these things that are made from um, herbs, things that are not, well, here's the thing. Medicine comes from the earth and it's
Yes.
regulated by pharmaceutical companies, making sure that each one of the pills has the same amount of whatever it is that is in there, treating whatever it is that you're sick from.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it is a regulated thing and it needs to be
Yeah.
regulated.
Oh yeah, I
But,
agree. But
but there's also things that you can do that are natural that
yes,
need to be done naturally because your body will accept it. Even though COVID is not a natural illness,
nope, it
it
was
your
man-made.
body but your body still can
Yep.
recover
I
from
know.
that.
And I want to say this, Lee. I want to say congratulations on my sister, who is now a doctor with a PhD in parapsychology.
Woo!
Yes.
Yes, I have my degree in philosophy and with an emphasis in parapsychology.
Look at it.
I'm working
No, I
on
got to
it.
call her Dr. Lee now. That's not going to
Dr.
fly.
Lee. I like Dr.
Dr.
Lee better
Lee.
than Doc Brown because that means I'd have to look like,
Oh
Einstein.
man, I didn't think about Doc Brown. Damn it. That
Uh,
might
I,
be,
I'm,
you know what? That might be interesting for you as a costume, dress up like Doc
yes,
Brown because you
I
are
think
Doc
it's
Brown.
isn't that funny?
I like that. I think we
I
should do
think
that.
it's funny. I'm actually looking in the Dead Sea Scrolls right now while we're talking. Okay, the
Interesting.
book of ill illnesses and healing through spell incantations in the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Hmm.
I'm going to send this over to you. I've only got one chapter
Oh,
highlighted
right
because
on.
it's got what we need,
Yeah.
but there's information in here about exorcisms and about medication and how illness can be brought on by your spirit being out of balance and how your mental and spiritual instability and imbalance can actually make you sick. And we know this because there is a such thing as broken heart syndrome, things like
Hmm.
that. But in addition to that, um, we also know what stress can do to the body, as an example. And stress can come in all kinds of things, whether it's guilt, grief, fear.
Yeah.
So, so you feel, how do you feel that your body started reacting to the holistic medicine? Was
Well,
it like instant or did it take a couple of doses?
it took like the first dose I took within an hour, I'd say maybe 45 minutes. I could feel the difference because my head didn't feel like I was a waterhead anymore. I didn't feel like I had an elephant on my chest. My muscles did not
Mm.
ache. And y'all, I was hurting so bad that my head is like it felt like I had a somebody put a garden hose up my nose and filled my head to the point where it was about to pop open like a watermelon. That's
Oh
how bad it
God.
felt. And then my muscles were so contracted that I was getting cramps and all my muscles, back, legs, stomach, arms, even my face, the muscles in my face hurt. Like I feel, not many muscles in your face, but I guess there are actually, but I could feel that in my face. And then with the holistic medicine she sent me, like I said, it went away. My head didn't feel like I was a big 800-pound waterhead. Uh, and my muscles stopped hurting, which is a relief because those,
That's good.
but yeah, just, and the stuff is like, it's just a little bitty vial. You pop it, put it on your tongue, and let it dissolve in your tongue. Like I said, it tastes like candy. It's very good. And I don't care what nobody says, it works. It made a believer out of me because I felt like total dog shit.
Yeah,
And
it was tough.
yeah, Lee could even look at me and says, "Man, you don't even look good." I said, "I
Yeah,
don't
your
need to
color
look."
was way off.
Oh, it was big time off. I'm used to have this nice, pretty face, and I looked like I was walking dead, one of the zombies in the show without any makeup on.
Yeah, you were looking rough. Your complexion was way off. Just so you know, the Ocilio coccini coccinum OC I was close. Let's try it again. OSC. No, OSCILL. Ocil O coccinum. Coccinum. It's bad to say because it sounds real weird, but children 2 and up can actually take this. It's non-drowsy, recommended for anyone, and it is convenient, reliable, and it's for relief of flu-like symptoms, but it also can help you fight illness. So I just thought I would show this to everybody. This is what he's talking about and the type of pills that he's talking about, these little capsules, it's not a capsule, it's a little tube,
No,
and the tube is,
I'm fixing to pull a picture of it that you sent me, where they can
okay,
go out and
cool.
get this stuff because I would recommend this to anybody. I mean anybody, because this stuff, you know, I don't usually praise stuff like that, and because I just haven't used that much of it. But let me tell you, it works real well. All right, where'd you go?
There's several
All right, bear
others,
with me. I'm trying to
that I
find them.
use too
Yeah.
that, are for allergies and things like that. Here we go, I gotcha. Gaboom.
Oh, you
Ocilio.
already found it?
Yep, look
Oh,
on the screen. Ocilio, and I get that's what
okay.
it's being called because that name is
That
so
stuff.
long.
Yeah, and
Yep,
I
sorry.
will be. I wish we could get them to sponsor us because they're good.
Yeah, I
I'll
agree
give them
with
free
you.
advertising right now because they work. Hey,
Yep,
y'all see
it
us on
really
the show?
does.
Y'all want to be a sponsor? Hey, come on. We'd love to have you because I'll promote you to the end of time because I'm living proof that your stuff works.
For those of you that are concerned about holistic medicines, I want to show you something. This is in the King James version of the. It's one of the Dead Sea Scrolls called the uh, Sirach. That's it. I can't say Sirach. Why is everything hard to say today?
I don't
But
know.
anyway, honor a physician with honor due unto him for the uses which he may have, which may have of him, for the Lord has created him. And so, what this is saying is that the physician, make sure that you give a physician, the respect that you should, and you should, respect the medicine, but you also need to know where it came from, and that these are the things that are marvelous works, and you do so also with an apothecary
Mm-hmm.
and what you eat and what that will do was create peace on earth.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's a happy blend,
Oh yeah.
and the fact that we have lost that teaching within the Bible, it's something that it really makes me sad. There's a
Yeah.
lot of things that we've lost, so
When you think
you
about
know
this, Lee, my grandmother was a medicine woman, Cherokee Indian. I watched that woman make up potions and tonics and stuff that she pulled right from the ground or plucked from a tree. And she didn't measure anything. She knew exactly how much of this to put in there, how much of that to put in there. And her stuff worked. I mean,
yeah,
I don't think I ever had any real medicine when I was a child for any cold I had. It was always stuff my grandmother gave me, and I always got better within a day or two because it
yeah.
worked.
Well, there's things that you can put on your feet, things that you can do to help yourself
Yeah.
flush your body out.
Oh yeah.
Detoxes are the best thing. And then there's things you should do for maintenance, different times of the year
Yep.
that people don't realize. So there's a lot of things that you can do to help yourselves, and
Oh
that's one of the
yeah.
reasons why I'm doing the holistic fair. And people that are interested, please, get in
Please
touch
go.
with me
Go talk. Yeah.
because
Go see. Go there. Go
it's
there.
not gonna be expensive, and,
No.
to be able to attend, I think it's gonna be about $25, and we're gonna do some yoga type things and guided meditation, and okay, so, I'm gonna pull up Leila Austin, and she's someone very, very special to me. I do not have a photo of her, which kills me,
Hmm.
but that's okay because eventually it's coming. If it's out there to be seen, I will see it. I will
Yeah,
find
you
it.
will.
Okay, so I'm going to scroll up here. Let me get this thing where I can do a screenshot of it and then upload it. But I am on the Baker's Rolls of the Cherokee. Okay, and we're moving into the second part of our show. It's just about at the top of the hour. And one of the things we're talking about, besides the holistic healing, and we're going to bounce back and forth on that a good bit. But we want to remind people that, indigenous beliefs and the knowledge they had of the earth is so important. Um,
Mm-hmm.
there's
Yep.
actually a type of sickness that actually happened in New Mexico. There was a little couple that they got really sick. They were young and they had a little child, and they were living in a cute little trailer on the reservation, and they had to clean it out. And when they cleaned the trailer out, they did notice there had been some rodent activity in there, but it's just because it was, not used.
Yeah.
And the mom got sick first, and she got so sick she was dead within like 3 days.
Wow.
And then he started getting sick during his wife's funeral. And he would not go to the hospital she went to where she died. So they
Yeah.
had to take him further away to a different hospital. As soon as he got there, he died.
Oh,
And everybody was trying to figure out what happened. Was it murder? What was it? And then, as it turns out, more people on the reservation started dying. And finally, a Lakota um, shaman reminded the people in the tribe and the tribe members as they were treating the sick. They were telling these scientists, look, the shamans has noticed, decades ago, when we have a really wet winter, that when it comes fall and the nuts are hanging in the trees, that's when the Navajo will die.
mm.
And that is exactly what happened.
Oh my goodness.
And the reason why it was happening was because of the buildup of the deer mice. And there was something in relation to the moisture and the feces of those mice that was creating this illness. And since that happened,
Oh
and
wow.
the shaman was able to explain to scientists what they had observed, they were able to find out what the problem was. And that sickness has been identified now in 27 different states. And thousands of people have been cured because of something that a Lakota shaman was able to
Right
identify for
on.
scientists.
Go shaman.
So that's where we're at.
Yeah.
We need to understand that sometimes observation is the best teacher, and that is
Oh
something
yeah.
that indigenous people do. All right, so
Hmm.
here is what I was talking about. I finally got it uploaded. I don't know if you can see it, but in handwriting there towards the bottom, you will see um, Elizabeth. Okay, and then you'll see Howard Austin, Jack Austin, go all the way down. You see Leela Austin, all the way down to Maggie, the very last entry. That is my great grandmother. She was 100% Cherokee, and her mother was Lottie Dean, Dean, and that is how I am related to Blaine. Yes, he's got family that live in the same county that my family was born and raised.
Hmm.
Um, Letty, well, her name was Mary Lula, and they called her Lou, and or Letty Dean. She was born in 1850. She died in 1928. She's of the Bird Clan of the Cherokee, and she is on the Baker's rolls. Her mother was Mary Elizabeth. They called her Pet Chambly, and as you notice, that name is indigenous also. But the Dean family in Anderson, South Carolina, that particular group of people is how Blaine is related. We've been working on our ancestry, trying to just answer a few questions about what we can see that's a parallel things that
Yeah.
we see and feel, even some of our spiritual gifts. And it's like, this is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And so as it looks, I'm trying to find the person that I connected you with. Oh, for Pete's sake, it's right there. Okay, his name is William Watley, and they called him Wiley. And his family is so indigenous that he's part of the Cherokee clan, and the medicine wheel is actually his profile.
I'll be damned.
He's out of Greene County, Georgia. Bibb County, Alabama is where he died, and that is the Blaine's closest relative
Wow.
that I have been able to find so far, and that is his fourth great grandfather.
That is amazing, Lee. I still get
Mhm.
chills. My arms, the hairs on my arms are still standing up. And me and Lee and Matt have had this huge connection for the last over 20 years. And when she told me that this morning, I was like, there's validation right there. I knew we were related. I knew it.
Yep.
And now we're legally related
We are
by blood.
absolutely.
Yep.
So William Watley, and it says right there Cherokee clan for
Love it.
him, and where his
Well,
family has put him out there. And I'm uploading this so you can see it on live here. It's a big deal, and I'm just so happy to be able to
oh,
put it out
I'm
there.
ecstatic about it because
But
that proved what I've always known: the fact that
mhm.
me and Lee are related, and the fact that I have Cherokee blood in my flowing through my veins. I felt it since I was a child.
But the Dean clan is what they're calling it in Anderson, South Carolina. There you are, Sweet Pea, and you see where it said, "Oh, it's fifth great grandpa." I'm sorry, it
That's
didn't,
okay.
but there it is. It was fourth on these bifocals, but you see, I'm
It's
trying.
oh, that's beautiful though.
Okay, so that's notice the profile picture, and here's the screenshot where it says Cherokee Clan, William Wiley Watley, and this lady here uploaded a lot of this stuff on 2016, and I'm waiting for her to approve us being able to have more pictures and stories about
Yeah,
him. So we'll find out what clan he's with, but it's right there.
this is funny, Lee. My grandmother, my mother's mother, was born
Hmm.
in Bibb County.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
And now you know how the connection was made. And if you go on back, this person, his great grandmother, William Watley's or Wiley, I ought to call you Wiley. His great grandmother was from Anderson, South
Well,
Carolina, and
Lee,
that's how we connect.
now this is actually funny. My dad's brother was named Wiley. That's his real name, Wiley, spelled exactly the same.
Well, he's named after that person. How
I'll be
crazy
damned.
is this?
This is like phenomenal, and I know this is just stuff that's between me and Lee, but my excitement's for everybody that we can find out stuff like this. It's just so fascinating because she told me stuff about my family that I didn't even know because my mother's family, I knew my grandmother. I'd never met my great grandparents. I knew two of her sisters and one brother, but besides that, I didn't know any. I probably got cousins down in somewhere in Alabama I've never even met that we're related to that come through this whole clan thing like we did.
Well, I will tell you that John Watley, who is Wiley's dad, um, he was he's with the Culpeper Brigade militia out of Virginia.
Wow.
And my and Matthew's family was out of the same regimen in Virginia and ended up going straight through to Connecticut. And guess whose farm they went through? The farm that the Conjuring House is in, where Andrea Perrin lived.
That is cool.
Yeah, and
Wow.
I was able to confirm that with her.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So, our your family and Matt's family was together. What does this say? Hold on.
Uh-oh. She found something new.
No Indian name. Okay. Phoebe Freeman. No Indian name given. Atlanta, Georgia. Cherokee Ball. What? April 1843. Ball Ground, Cherokee, state of Georgia. Granddaughter of John. I can't read that. John. It looks like gnarly. And Tammy Watton. Okay, okay. Below is a clip from Phoebe Jones' Eastern Cherokee claim. Phoebe was the confirmed daughter of John Floyd Jones. Okay, that's better. I can read that. And Lucinda Spence. Lucinda Spence was the confirmed daughter of John Spence and Frances Fanny Watley. In this clip, Phoebe states that her grandmother, Frances Fanny Watley's parents were named John Watley and Fanny Watley. According to Phoebe, her grandmother was named after her great grandmother. In other pages on, she states that her great grandmother's name was Poe, Poe, Phoebe's sister, Sarah, also filled out a claim and stated that the same thing about her image. According to 1798 Greene County Tax Digest, John Spence lived in Captain Milton District in Greene County. One of his neighbors was named John Watley, son of Michael Watley and Catherine Bird. I told you your bird clan. On the day of June 18th, 1805, the same name, John Watley, recorded a deed of goodwill in Greene County. In this will, John Watley stated that the name of his living wife was Frances Watley. In my opinion, these connections seem to be more than just a mere coincidence. And then
Yeah.
here's the information. And this is why your family said it was going to be hard to put it together. But luckily, Phoebe Freeman filled these things out so that you would have it.
Wow.
And she gave you what you needed to make this connection. It's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
And I want you to see her little handwriting because there she is. And now you've got this by video and you can go back and watch it whenever you want and you can see it.
That,
Boom.
oh, wow.
There she is, her little handwriting.
Oh, that's so cute. God, that's some pretty handwriting.
Isn't it though?
I didn't get that, Gene.
Surrender Singh, thank you for watching us from
Yeah.
Japan. We
Yes. Thank
appreciate
you.
you being up and wait a minute. Now I'm losing weight too, Lee, is what David is saying, and David Baird is also watching.
Hi,
And
Dave. Hi,
yeah,
Dave and Dave.
Dave and Dave, we got this. So there you go. And all of these things are in the if you go under brand in StreamYard. If you go to brand, all of them are saved in the overlay.
That
So
is
you can just
amazing.
save them right off there.
That is so cool. You know what? It makes me so happy now that I know that my grandmother, some of her family hid the caves up in northern Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and they stayed in the caves. And they moved. They would never stay anywhere more than 2 days, and they would clean the place up so you never even knew they were there. It looked like that nobody had been there forever. And the story that I was told is like 20 years later, one of them snuck into town just to see what was going on. And he ran into another Cherokee that he had known before that his family went and hid somewhere else. And he told him, it's over with. We could go back now. They can't do anything to us anymore. They outlawed the Trail of Tears. So that's how that I know that the cave people found out that they could come back. And I just think that story is so fascinating because I have been on the Trail of Tears with Lee when we filmed for Repossessed in Georgia. And it's like a 13-mile drive from the hotel to where she was staying at. And it is on the Trail of Tears. I could feel every spirit
It
that ever
hurts
had to
so
walk.
bad.
I was in such pain. I was feeling fear, anger, tortured, like just defeated.
Yes,
That,
Lord,
that
yes.
they had to give up everything they had because they were promised something by a president that used them to fight a battle of the War of 1812 with, but all of a sudden now they're not good enough. They fought for him, but now they're going to send them out to somewhere else, to Oklahoma. No. I know to the day my grandmother died, she would not touch a $20 bill because it had his picture on it. I would watch that woman. She worked at a donut shop here in Montgomery, and people would hand her 20. She grabbed the tongs she picked up the donuts with and put it in the cash register. At the end of the day, she would take all the 20s out again with that little, with the tongs, put them off the side, and her manager would count them. She would not touch them. She would not have one in her wallet. I couldn't tell you how many birthdays and Christmases I got $10 bills or $5 bills, but I never saw a 20 from my grandmother, not one time in my whole life that I knew her. And that there was a lot of Native Americans who would not touch it because they were lied to so bad by the federal government. And it just irks me because being Native American like me and Lee are, and there's a lot of you that have Native blood in you, is how bad our government has treated our people They've broken every treaty they've ever written with every Indian tribe in the United States. Never kept one thing over. And it took literally lawyers to give them the right to have casinos on their property where they could make money for their tribes. Federal government was against it at first. Then they won a court case that you made them sovereign nations. They could do what they want to now. So that's why you have all the Indian casinos. And I think it's amazing because I know what the casino money does for the tribes. It builds schools for them. It builds hospitals for them. It gives them an income. They can work at the casinos if they want to and still get a check from the casino every year. Um, they owned, this is funny. The the Creeks and the Cherokees right now probably own more land that's not on reservations than any other tribes out there. Yeah, the Creek and the Cherokee own properties all over the United States now. And not just small properties. I'm talking about 30, 40 acre or more properties. And they're in the thousands of them now. So good for them. And I like, this is so cool though that Lee found all this stuff out. And this is stuff I didn't know either that I'm gonna bring up, Lee. Besides my Native American history, you traced that I had Celtic history back from Ireland.
Yes, you do.
That I am a son of the Revolutionary War. I'm a son of the Confederate War. I can join both organizations now because I have Lee found proof for me to do this. And that's just
Right.
amazing to me.
You are part of the Smith family tree through John Watley, um, who was married to Fanny Poe Shawnee.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, and so he actually fought in the Revolutionary War. So that's another family, a member of yours that fought in the Revolution, and his descendants fought in the Civil War.
Tell him the best one, Lee. The first thing you told me.
Yes, you are a descendant of someone that came over on the Mayflower.
And didn't some of your family come over too?
My mom's family came over on the Mayflower. We just Mayflower and boat kind of folks, man.
That's just amazed me. It's like because I thought my only history was from my Native American side, my Scottish, my Irish, and my French. And now I found out I've got all this other stuff that I never knew about.
Yeah. Well, it goes just to your fourth grandparent is where the
Deal.
indigenous stuff is documented. That's actually extremely good. I
And
mean,
that
that's
means does that
incredible.
mean now that I can actually get on the rolls?
Yes.
Oh my God. So I can get on the rolls. I could put my daughter and my granddaughter on the rolls now.
Yes. Yes.
Holy moly. That is amazing.
Yeah. So congratulations. I also have some information about the Culpeper militia, that he was fighting with, and I'll try to connect you with Matt's militia whose family was fighting. So,
Wow.
um, yeah, they were fighting in the Culpeper regiment. So I thought that was pretty intense.
It is intense. It's like
Yeah.
I know you got so excited that you sent me a message at 11:30 your time last night,
Yeah,
and
I felt
not
so bad. I'm like,
oh
I
don't
gotta call you. I gotta call
I, I
you.
and I always put my phone up in the front of the house because where the charger is, and even if she'd have called, I probably would have never heard the phone ring. And
Mhm.
I saw it first thing this morning. I said, "Call me," and within an hour, Lee called me and told me the same stuff we're talking about now. And I got so tickled and excited that all the hairs on my arms just stood up. It was like I got
It's
hit with
amazing.
I got hit with an epiphany of like, holy crap, there's more to me than I ever
Yep.
knew. And now I'm
Yeah.
finding out all this cool stuff that I am Native American, that I am Cherokee.
Yeah.
I've
It's
always
not
believed
just
it,
family
known it.
rumor. It's right
No,
here. So, let's see. Hold on. John Watley was married. He was married several times. He was married to Fanny Poe Sawney, and then Mary Porter, and then um, well, that's it. I was thinking there were more. It's just it was her maiden name, so it
That's
was looking a
enough.
little different. Yeah, but he actually came from Britain, and his mother was Catherine Kitty Bird,
Well,
and she is from King and Queen Virginia, British colonial America. And so I think she even there's no way to know because there was no rolls to check.
yeah,
But I think that she may have married someone that was indigenous that goes back that far. I can't tell though.
that's still just so cool. And I like I said, Lee almost made me speechless this morning. That's hard to do, as I, but but she made my whole day, and I bounced around this house all day, thinking, "Oh my God, it's finally been. I finally know for sure. I am so excited about just finally knowing that
I
me and
know.
Lee are related, and I'm probably
Yeah.
related to her husband Matt in some way now.
Yeah.
So wow,
It's far enough back. At least they served. They were battle buddies together
I know,
in the
huh?
same regime and going through Andrea's area. And we always felt so close to her. And
Yeah,
the place where Matthew lived that was so violently haunted, we talked
hmm,
about that.
yeah.
They started there and went all the way to the Conjuring house to
Wow.
fight. And I wonder if that's why that's not connected because we talk about how similar those are.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know. I'm feeling there is some connection with that to begin with
Mhm.
that land and Andrea's land.
Mhm.
There is something very big about the energy of that land and Andrea's land.
Yeah. I'd like to get down to the bottom of that. We've got so much to study.
I know. Yeah. Um. Wow.
I'm glad that you know the history, brother.
Now we know our history because you're part of my history as well. That's
I
what makes it better.
know! So awesome. Oh, and there's your Native American knowledge right there. There's your family member that documented it all
Oh
right
wow.
there, Cherokee clan. And you see the medicine wheel of all the different tribes of,
I love it.
it's all right there. There he is. And there's mine that's connected to Anderson,
Wow.
South Carolina. Yep. And I do want to tell you something else,
Okay.
if you don't mind.
I don't
Are
mind
you
at
sure
all.
you don't mind?
No.
Okay, well, I have the entire story of John Spence
Really.
that was married to Phoebe. Okay,
What?
we have the birth of him and then his life through the Revolution, his first marriage, the birth of Elizabeth Spence, the Nathan Spence migration, the birth of Margaret Peggy Spence, and then it goes into Guilford County events, and then the birth of George Washington Spence, and then more Guilford County events, and then the Greene County in Georgia, and that's the tax digest, the birth of Nellie Spence, the death of John's first wife, John's second marriage, and then it goes down to Mary Polly Spence, who is the birth of her, and then it goes to the purchased land in Greene County, Georgia, and then the land lottery. And it talks about from 1808 all the way to 1832. Some of his children that got married. And also in 1832, there was a Cherokee land lottery, and it talks about how that affected their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got the entire book in your messenger.
Wow.
Yeah, and there was a big problem with Andrew Jackson Spence. He was a
Mm-hmm.
moonshiner, and there was a big
Hmm.
nightmare with him. So, and then there's a picture of John Spence, the Bible transcription, a copy of his Bible, because it's got family tree stuff,
Sure.
and you'll see the tax index, digest index for the Spence family and John's Civil War descendants. So all of that for you with the Sons of the Confederacy, Sons of the Revolution is all right there.
Amazing.
And it's all in there. I don't there's no pictures, I'm sorry,
Don't
but I
matter.
I did dig this up for you. I've been working hard getting this together for you.
And you know how much I love you for doing that. And oh, God.
Well, there it is, and it's all in your Nathan trespassing indictment. Okay. One of his children was found. They said he was a troublemaker, and they go into he's just taken up for himself. You can just read the whole story. But one of my family members, um, it came up in some of this. He was Native American, and he was trying to free three slaves that were listed as black in the census, but they were actually indigenous. And
Hmm.
he was trying to get them out. And he was found guilty that, he was trying to do this, and they actually whipped him to death.
Wow.
Yeah, so he was sentenced as guilty. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. Things that you find out about family members. I also have a Civil War um, family member that was he was a Civil War POW,
Mm.
and they said that they released him, but I've got proof they did not, that he died of disease.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so they lied.
Yeah. You think?
Um, yeah, so Josiah Dean, his father was Elisha Dean, and I found it interesting that I named my son Elijah,
No doubt.
not knowing that, you know, my third great grandfather was Elisha.
Oh, wow. That's amazing,
But
lady.
it goes right into Charles Dean, and his father was Charles Dean Sr. But it goes right into that story about him being, found guilty and sentenced to death. And they had a man that they said, okay, you're going to beat him to death. And they gave him a whip, and he commenced to beating tar out of him, and
Mm.
he whipped him till he killed him.
Well,
It's incredible. Now, okay, this is here Charles M. Dean, and let me explain to you how we're connected.
okay.
Charles M. Dean is my fourth great grandfather, and he was from Montgomery, Alabama.
Get out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how close it is. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe fifth cousin. I mean,
Yeah.
that's, but hey, for us to be able to take it all the way back to that, you know,
Yeah.
because he originally was born in Virginia, because remember his ancestor was the one that migrated here
That is so cool.
and married an Indian wowoman.
Yeah. You know,
And
we still got the baker roll still up.
oh no, I'm so sorry.
That's
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to
okay.
do that. I know
No,
people are
that's
sick of looking at that. I
that's why I
apologize.
just looked at it. I was like, that is so cool. And that's why I was getting so enthralled in the story, and I just happened to look up and was like, oh, baker roll's still up.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry about
Here's the you can see Josiah Dean and Mary L. Dean. This is from my family. Elisha Dean Sr., and she was married to Jemima. Jemima
it.
Hurd
Jemima.
was his wife, and they were the ones. The Dean family was the one that you're related to. And look, see, it says, oh, you can't see it there, but it's Elisha's actually from Montgomery. He ended up passing away in Montgomery, so that's how the family's connected. It went through the North Carolina, well, Virginia to North Carolina, and that's when the indigenous lady was, they were married, and then it went to Atlanta, Georgia, and then it went on to Alabama.
Well, that's cool. I'm gonna have to look up. I'm gonna have to go look up now and go to find a grave and see if I can find where they're buried at here in Montgomery.
Oh my God. Oh, that would be so amazing. If we could do that, that would be intense.
Yeah, and we'll work on that because we're going to find a grave. I'll put in the name and just put Montgomery, Alabama, and see how many of them pop up,
Hmm.
and
Well,
we'll go find the graveyard because I know about every graveyard in Montgomery. So
yeah, Charles Dean was born in Rockingham, North Carolina. Well, he was born in Virginia. He died in Rockingham, North Carolina, but he lived in Alabama.
wow.
His mother was Mary Eliza Jordan. And now I don't know if she's indigenous or if his father was at that point.
Hmm. Still,
Ursula Marchbanks.
that is just amazing. The stuff you found and been diligent about it. I was so impressed at all you found. It's like that is amazing to me that you had that much gumption to to dig down that rabbit hole and find out that we are actually related, blood related as
I had
well.
to. I had to have the answer.
Damn, I love it though.
I knew something was up.
Well, I have never felt around any other people
David
like
is David
I
saying the government is still breaking promises today and we suffer from their BS. Thank you, David
David, you're
Baird.
right, brother. But yeah,
Mhm.
um,
I'm
damn
sorry.
it. I lost
How
my train of thought.
you were saying that we've always felt so
Oh
close.
yeah,
We
it's
knew
like
something was going on and then
even
we found it.
I mean, I'm good friends with a lot of people, but
Hmm.
I never felt more loved and accepted when I'm around Matt, Lee, and Mama. It's always every time we've seen each other, I felt damn, we got such a strong connection with each other.
Yes, we do.
Now this makes sense. All the past lives we've all had together. Now we got relatives with that are relatives for both of us. Like wow, that's amazing in itself, Lee.
Yes, it
Damn, that's amazing.
is.
Oh, but yeah, you made me so happy. I'm just so glad and privileged and honored that we are actual family. We always felt like we were natural family anyway, and now we got proof of it.
Hmm. Makes me so proud.
Me too.
And they're all musicians, and here
I
you are, a
know.
drummer.
And your whole family. The first time I came to your house in South Carolina, I stayed at your house next door, and there was like the whole room was full of like musical instruments,
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh my god, let's get a jam session." If they had a drum set, I'd be like, "Come on, we're fixing to jam out.
we do
Let's go
now.
rock." I know. Can't go there no more because Elijah and his wife live in that house.
Yeah, some of the some of the things that I've been studying, that's hers. Mhm. Sorry, mom came in asking me a question. We're doing the show,
Hi,
and
Mama.
but we've been running errands all day today, man,
Uh,
and we've got all kind of stuff we're working on. Okay, so from 1778 to 1871. The United States government entered into more than 500 treaties with Native American. Now, I'm not talking about Canada or Alaska.
mm-mm,
At this point, Alaska was not part of America,
nope.
uh, right? Is that right? Okay. So, within the Native American tribes, more than 500 treaties were entered into, and all of these treaties have since been violated in some way or outright broken by the United
Hmm.
States government, with the Native Americans and First Nations peoples still fighting for their treaty rights in
Yep.
federal court. And I'm going to try not to go down that rabbit hole
Well,
because I
the thing
will get ugly.
that gets me still is all the reservations are still under the United States control for the what is it land and urban development. I think that they're still a part of for that. And I'm sorry, once you said they're a sovereign nation, they should be
Mhm.
a sovereign nation without any control of the U.S. government. It should
Right.
be that they run their borders, do what they need to do inside their borders. They can still do fair trade with the outside, like everybody else does, but leave them alone. Look, you've taken everything you could ever take from these people. from our families, you took their land, they took their best hunting grounds. You drove them off in hordes across the country to another part of the country and made them set up there and live like savages. You took away their language from them. You took away their ways of life
Yes.
because all in the
Their
state of
religion.
progress, your religion, yeah, they took that's the biggest part. America was founded on freedom of religion. Let them people practice whatever they want to practice because it's their great spirit given right to worship the way they feel to worship. Let them speak their language. I would love to take classes on how to speak Cherokee because I think the words I do know are it's just such a beautiful, well done language.
Yeah,
It's
I have a book and some links, so maybe we can do that together.
right on.
Hey, I got a question.
Yeah.
Do Cherokees believe in skinwalkers?
Let me think. They have another name for them. It's not
Yeah.
skinwalkers though. Oh goodness. I know they're associated with sky people for one thing, and there's something else that they call them. Okay, I can't remember what you know what they
Yeah.
call them. Lee? What?
So I don't know the name of what they call them, but outside of the Navajo culture, um, there's not a lot of Cherokee
Mm-mm.
nations, or excuse me, indigenous nations that have information about skinwalkers. But the Cherokee Nation does have some of that knowledge embedded into the culture, and I know that it's embedded into the Seminole.
Yes, it is. And,
So,
and I just remembered something. What it is? It is. Oh, come on! I just had it in my head. Um, it is animal medicine. Is that's what their medicine is. If they want to be a deer, they use the medicine to be a deer or a hawk or whatever. So yeah, they had. I knew they had a different name for it, but they could choose any form they'd like to. But most of it's like common stuff. They'll turn themselves into birds. They'll turn themselves into bears or wolves. Sometimes coyotes, hawks, and sometimes even fish. They'll put themselves in rivers and lakes and turn themselves into fish for a while.
Luna, did you just take my pen?
I ate it, Mama. I ate it.
She is eating it. Put it down, baby.
Lulu,
Put it down. Lord
no ma'am.
Jesus. Well, she spit it out. Pooh.
Whee! That dog.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness, that dog. All right. So, the name of God for Cherokee is the God is Great Spirit, and it's
Mm-hmm.
Divine Spirit, and
Divine
the
spirit.
name is Unet La Nuhi.
Unet,
Unet La
unet lahi. Unet lahi. Gotcha.
Unet La
La.
Huni. It's
Huni.
5. Yeah.
Okay.
Unet
Got it.
La Nuhi. Unet
Beautiful.
La Nuhi.
That's beautiful. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And so that's the name of the Great Spirit.
Mm.
And unfortunately, the only way to tell if you have any indigenous blood that's Cherokee blood is through the Baker's rolls or the Dawes rolls.
Yep. I'm just glad to find out that we are related to people on the baker's roll. So that was it by relationship. We're on the baker's roll too.
We are on the Baker's roll. I don't know if we are on the Dawes roll.
I
Mama
don't care.
Jenny was on the Dawes roll,
Right on.
but I haven't been able to connect it. I had it, and
Mm.
then whenever COVID hit,
Oh,
I disconnected my service because I didn't know if I could pay for it or not.
yeah.
Well, now look, it's not there, so I've
Mm.
got issues now. All right, so um, some of the sacred animals of the Lakota, Omaha, Cheyenne, Fox, Ojibwa, Cherokee, and Creek um, are owls and deer. because they embody the spirit of the dead or are associated with a spirit in some way.
Mm-hmm.
However, they do not think that you need to be in contact with a deceased body. That is considered to be evil.
Mm.
So,
Wow.
some of the Cherokee rituals, and I'm just giving some information because this is our way of celebrating.
Yeah.
Eh, don't you do it? Don't you do it,
Don't you do it, Luna.
she
Uh-uh.
Luna? Don't do it. Oh, she's looking away, and then finally, come here, baby, come here, come here. I'll hold you.
She must have heard me
She's
get onto
pouting.
it.
She's pouting.
Yeah.
Okay, so some of the Cherokee rituals that are very amazing. There's going to water, and that's usually done at new moon, and they do dances of those. After
Nice.
bad dreams and during an illness, they go to water and cleanse the spirit as well as the body. So you know how you were connected with that was another surprise for you. You know how when
Yeah.
we were at the beach, you were talking about how you had to get to the water in order to, and
Yep.
you're talking about now going to the water since you've had
Yep.
COVID.
Yep.
Well, one of the rituals is called going to water, and it's I don't know where we are in the moon cycle, but after you've had illness or bad dreams, going to water is to cleanse the spirit as well as the body. So that's
Yes.
something that you just remember
Yeah.
in your soul.
And I can guarantee you when we get down there Saturday, we're gonna get everything packed, get everything unpacked, put in the condo, and then let the
Yeah.
beach clear up for a little bit. And then me and Jennifer are gonna go take a walk on the beach.
Oh yeah.
First thing I'm gonna do is go stick my big ass size 14 shoes feet inside that water to get that healing of that water coming to me.
That's right. Now I do want to say that the Cherokee believe in the afterlife, and it's been documented that they believe that the afterlife is called either nightland or darkening land.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a supernatural world in which all ghosts of men, women want to go to. But whatever their actions are on earth, to one's own clan's brother or a neighbor, can prevent them from getting there. So that is something that they believe. Also, Cherokee traditionally hold signs, visions, dreams, and powers are all gifts of the spirit,
Yep.
and the world of humans and the world of spirits are intertwined, with the
Yep.
spirit world presiding over both. So that is why we talk about our ancestors. We
Mm-hmm.
believe that they are together.
Yes, we do.
Huh? Go, Ginger.
Hmm.
Okay, Daddy's calling Jin Jin.
Oh, hi there, brother Matt. Hmm. Now, leave
So
one. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say that the Cherokee believe that all souls after death continue to live on as spirits,
Oh, yes.
some manifesting into the bodies of animals, just like you were talking about. Everything, I mean, there's so much that you know that is just something that I know as well,
Yeah.
you know?
And it's stuff that has never been taught to us, just stuff we
We
know.
know.
It's like in our DNA that
Yeah.
we know, like, this is going to be this or this. I know next year when they have the big powwow,
hmm
I want to know the dates because I will be there next year.
Yeah, I would love that. Um, the number 7 is very sacred to the Cherokee because of the clans, 7 clans of the Cherokee.
Mm-hmm.
There's animal attributes that are part of the spirit. Again, with observing animals or observing nature, they've been able to bring out some knowledge. There's the paint clan: wild potato, deer, bird, long hair, wolf, and blue. And inside the 7 pointed star, each clan reads the 7 clans. So that's how that works.
It's beautiful. That
So,
is so
man,
beautiful.
I'm sorry, I'm going down a rabbit hole.
No, this is beautiful.
I
This is
think
stuff is awesome.
uh, so. David is saying, I have always wondered who I was in a past life. I think we all think that.
Oh, David, and I think I've told you one of yours before. Um, the
This
first one,
is David Baird.
yeah, he's a good friend of mine here in Alabama.
Okay, good.
I've investigated his house twice and gave him answers both time we were there. Um, David, the first life that I can remember for you, it goes back to ancient times. You were a Greek soldier at one time. It's one of your lives, and you fought with Alexander the Great. You were part of his army,
Wow.
and you made it up to a high rank in his army. And your bloodline is one of the very few people that know where Alexander the Great's body was buried. So your family, you were there. You're one of
Oh,
your incarnations
wow.
of that. And that's some interesting stuff right there, because not too many people knew where they buried Alexander the Great. Uh, all the slaves that helped build the mound for him were all killed. All but a few of the officers that were there were killed. You're one of your past life though. You're one of the ones that actually Alexander told you to go do other things. That you were going to run stuff at other parts of Alexandria that he had conquered, and you ended up being one of the governors of one of the territories that he had conquered, and he made you were almost like a president or king for that region, for that part. That one's I can see that one in you. Um, Another one I've seen for you, dude. There's so many. I'm just trying to give you some like the best ones that I'm seeing. You've had at least 75 different lives. If that
Oh,
helps,
Lord.
you've had a lot. Like me and Lee, I don't know. We're probably in the hundreds,
It, yeah,
or at least, or maybe in the thousands by now.
I would think so.
Um, let's see. Another cool one that you were a part of. That one of your that you reincarnated one of your lives were you were a pirate in the Caribbean. It's funny. This is what your your energy is telling me right now. It says you started out as a good sailor for the British Navy, and then you didn't like the way you were treated or paid or fed, so you jumped. Your ship was actually captured by pirates, and they give you a choice: get off the boat or join the crew. You joined the crew, and that's how you became a pirate.
I think that's a lot what I would have done too.
No, it's like, wait a minute. Let's see, two choices. I get off this boat, I'm probably gonna get shot in the water, or I stay on to be as a crew and I become an equal member of the crew. I'm going with that option.
So, David Hembry is asking, how can he find out about the family tree for the Hembrys? Something that you can do is talk to your family
Yeah.
and see if you can find any birth certificates, death certificates, look for any family Bibles,
Yep. Family
and
Bibles have a
get you
lot
a
of good
notebook.
information.
Get you a
Yep.
notebook and start making it.
Yep.
That's a great way to go. Also, go to the library.
Oh yeah.
And here in Greenwood, because since you're nearby me, you can go to the genealogy library in at the Greenwood, South Carolina library.
Yep.
Excuse me, I'm getting the hiccups.
You'll be too. That's weird.
So let's see. Well, somebody, hold on. Somebody sent me something. Let's see what that was. We're getting them from every direction. I appreciate everybody watching tonight,
Oh yes.
and please do what you can to um, um, let everybody know that we're now going to be on Wednesday
Yeah.
nights.
Yep. It's our new night on the new network, All Access. And we're going to do some great things with this network. It's not going to be all paranormal. We're going to have people come on that want to talk about gardening or fishing or hunting
Yes, we are
or
looking.
whatever you want to talk about. If you have a love of cars and want to do a show, this is the place for you to be.
Right.
And we will make it as easy as possible for you to have your own show on our network, and
Yes.
we'll teach you how to stream it to other locations as well. So
Mhm.
you get more bang for your buck, and you get to talk about stuff you love to talk about. Now, of course, we're still going to do paranormal in here, but like I said, if you have a hobby like knitting or basket weaving, whatever that you want to talk about, please contact myself or Lee, and we'll get you on the network. You can have your own show.
All right, let's see. There was somebody else that had something they asked me. I do want to make sure that you guys know I will be streaming this. Save the date, September 28th, from 1 to 5, the Holistic Healing Festival. And let's see, where did it go? We are looking for vendors. So I wanted to make sure that I let you know that we are looking for vendors. It's only
Yeah,
$25 per table, $100 if you'd like to sponsor. Let me do that again. And so we're looking for vendors, sponsors, and speakers. So you can
right
email
on.
me at family.spirit, family.spirit.tv@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And let's see. There was that other question. Okay. So that's cool is what David Baird is saying,
All right, Dave.
and David Hembry is saying that it's really cool. He is from the Newberry area. So let's see if I can get that pulled off there.
There we
So I know that we've got 10 minutes until the show is up, but I do need to catch another call. That's somebody just sent me a message, and I've got to get this done. Let me show you a little clip from. Let's see if let me get back over here to the comments to pull that off. And whenever we were on the battleship, let me show you a quick video. Blaine and I were right there together. Let's see if I can get this to play properly. We were right at one of the airplanes that was on the ship. Hold on.
Rock.
You totally
Boy,
just
you
blew
totally
it
rock.
out. You turned the flashlight on and the balls at the same time. You are such a show off. Do it again, do it again, do it again. Can you? Look at the K2 going crazy. And we're out here in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing on anywhere.
Up, up, up.
Lights on, cat toys.
See the cat toys, please.
Can you do it?
I know, it's a cheap parlor trick, but we're really excited about it.
I think they're pretty cat balls. All
They
the different
are, they are.
colors. You're so cool.
So that was Jess Elliott. You can meet her at
Oh yeah,
Deep South Paracomic-Con. She's an author turned
she is
paranormal investigator.
such a sweet lady, and her
Yes.
boyfriend is so cool. We had so much fun on the boat because I'm an Air Force guy. I was enlisted. Okay, the group that they gave me was Jess, her boyfriend, who's a retired Navy guy, and I had a retired Army officer. So I was in control of two officers from two different branches of service, and we had a blast. We
Yes,
talked
you
about
did.
military stories, and those stories were getting spirits. They were getting interactive with us. They wanted to talk because they were hearing stories. They wanted to tell their stories. It was just so much fun that we
Yeah.
got to do that. And God, we'll be back next year.
Oh, you know it. All right. So, would you read the Native American blessing for tonight? It'll take me a second to close out. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please let other folks know that we have moved to Wednesday. Tell your family, your friends. Be sure to smash the like button and subscribe. We're trying to build All Access Network. If you know somebody that has a passion, music, dancing, gardening, cooking, just let us know if they would like to participate. It's going to be a real inexpensive way to go.
Yep.
And we are building our platform in order to go back over to Roku and Amazon Fire. Just
Yep.
haven't quite gotten there yet.
We're
So
getting
here
there.
is the blessing for Blaine to read.
Okay. May the sun bring your energy by day. May the moon softly restore you by night. May the rain wash away your worries. May the breeze blow new strength into your being. And may you walk gently through the world and notice beauty in all the days of your life.
Thank you for
What a
watching,
beautiful
Family
saying.
Spirit
Thank you.
Supernatural. Welcome to the tribe, Blaine.
Thank you. Yay.
Yeah, my cousin. All
Yeah.
right. Welcome to All Access Network. And let's see, how do I close? Let's see if I can find something.
Just in stream.
Thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you.